Oh, yeah. You're only 32 years old, which is shocking to me because you've been in so many wars. Do you feel like it's tough for an old school warrior like you to keep up with the new breed and continue to evolve with the sport?
Not at all. I've got a lot of experience in the game. I've fought at a pace in the UFC that few have matched. But yeah, I'm still young. I'm not one of these older guys that's pushing 40 at lightweight. Um, and I am evolving as well. The fight camps and training and over a decade of doing this has, you know, had some effect on my body. But that's just the name of the game, and it's trying to deal with that and continue to learn, continue to evolve, and continue to fight.
What do you do to progress? Do you bring in new talent? Do you work with new coaches?
I'm kind of a student of the game myself. I watch fights and try to pick up on things and kind of break them down and bring them into my game. But I'm also very very focused on the basics. The fundamentals never change, and I drill a lot of the basic moves, and through doing that, you develop that muscle memory and that speed. If you look at the UFC, the top submissions are armbar, triangle, rear naked, and guillotine choke, and I've hit one of the very few knee bars that have happened inside the UFC, but it doesn't happen that often. So going back to those basics, going back to those fundamentals, you're going to have a higher rate of success. So I try to polish those things up and still kind of learn the newer things as well, and just try to find that balance.
So you've fought some really tough guys over your last 4 fights, and it's been a little bit of a rough stretch. What do you feel like you need to change, or do you feel like you need to make a change in order to succeed on Saturday?
I just need to show up at my best, and that's really what it comes down to. I know that I'm capable of beating anybody in the division, and pretty much anybody on the planet, when it comes down to it. If I can fight my fight and fight my style, I could beat anybody. So, yeah, it's just about shutting everything else off, getting rid of the stress and the worry about other things, and kind of focusing in on the fight at hand and dealing with it, and being healthy. So, I'm feeling good and I'm prepared for this fight, and I'm excited for Saturday.
You've had a lot of wars in the octagon. What's your proudest moment, would you say, or what was the greatest fight you've ever been part of?
I'd say impact-wise, that my fight with Joe Lozon was probably, had the biggest impact, and it was a fun fight to be in. I have a lot of respect for the guy. I had a lot of respect for him before the fight, and after even more. And it's not, for me as the competitor, it's not like, hey, that's my greatest fight, because he survived, because he made it through, and I had him. I had him hurt early, and I wasn't able to put him away. But it was one of those fights that, it left an impact on the sport, and I'm proud of that.
Does this fight with Diego go to the ground?
I think the fight with Diego does go to the ground, and I think it goes everywhere, and I'm prepared for it to go everywhere. I'm also prepared for it to stay on the feet the whole time. I typically win if I take people down. So, yeah, I'll try to put him on his back. I don't really focus on one thing or the other. I just kind of, I'm there to kind of take the openings that my opponent gives me and make him pay for them.
Awesome. Thank you very much, and good luck.